What were some of the challenges you personally faced while climbing up the corporate ladder?
Yeah, well, I'm still climbing. I'm not done yet. But in terms of climbing up the corporate ladder, I think this self-awareness is really important. I think it's really important to understand what you're good at and what you're not so good at. And that took me a while to truly appreciate. I've finally gotten to a point where I know that I'm horrible at 80,000 things, but I'm good at 3. And I work my way through those 3 things, and that is building teams, getting people excited about it, and going out and talking about it. And that's what I've built my career on. So that was a challenge to really kind of understand and kind of synthesize what those core skills were. And again, they're different from my domain expertise. These are relationship skills. So I think that was always a challenge to understand that. Working in a male-dominated industry for many, many years was definitely a challenge. I mean, I go in with the attitude, I went to an all-men's school, so that kind of helped a lot. Definitely helped me understand gender dynamics. But in a male-dominated environment, it was always more difficult as a woman to kind of break into, and I hate this expression, but it's true, the old boys club. And I guess for me, I was lucky because I wasn't afraid. And, I'm an athlete and I like talking about a lot of things that, a lot of women don't necessarily like talking about. People talk about playing golf or whatever. I'm happy to go out and play a game of golf. But you have to sort of, those are the challenges, is kind of breaking into that. I think the other thing is, and I didn't always have one, is to have a sponsor. And we mentioned this a little bit earlier. I think particularly women, but everyone, frankly, really needs a sponsor. And I didn't always have one. Sometimes I was on my own. I have sponsors now, which is great. But that was a challenge. At certain points I realized, well, wait a minute. You really have to have 1 or 2 people, not just mentors. Mentors are great, right? Mentors will give you career advice, objective advice, and it all is well worth it. But you really have to have somebody who's advocating for you when you're not in the room. And that's the most critical aspect, I think. And that was a challenge for me for a while to really get my head around that concept. And thankfully, I've learned over the many years that I've been working now how critical that is.